Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's David and this is Homestead Overland, Virginia. I usually do videos on like off-grid living, homesteading. In the summer, we're going to do some overlanding videos. I'm in this little thermal hut that I built right now inside of a barn that we're converting into a barn-dominium. But since we've been kind of snowed in, it's been really cold, I've been doing videos on XRP, my #1 investment in digital assets. And I've been doing technical analysis. And if you watched a couple weeks ago, I was telling you that XRP is kind of bearish. It was breaking out of the bottom of this pennant, which became a flag, and it broke out of the bottom of that. So I'm going to do a little TA right now, and I'm going to talk about where we had support and we're breaking through, and now that's going to become resistance. We need to get back over there. And we are in a downtrend until we're not in a trend. So couple logs in the fireplace. Look, I made a few videos this week that were just kind of funny little videos about the news of XRP because I went and visited my mom in Maryland. I'm in Virginia right now, and I went and visited my dad in Ohio, and I drove my Titan. And the money that I spent on tolls, I could probably buy some XRP and retire off of that. So we're back home now. I got the fire going. Let's do a little TA on XRP. So here's XRP on the daily. Each candle represents a day. You can see this is when we had the election. There's a flag right here. We broke out of the top of it. We were in a little downtrend for a while. We broke out of that, and then you confirm the breakout when you come back and retest it and bounce off. Then we did another extension, and then we were in a pennant. Look, I drew a pennant like a week ago. Each one of these candles represents a day, right? 1, 2, 3. I was talking about where it broke out right here. Here's the pennant. Here's the bottom of the pennant. Here's the top of the pennant. I saw a breakout there. I told everybody that I was bearish. I said it's probably going to come down and hit these supports. Look, it hit that support. You can see that. And it came down. And then I basically drew a flag after that. And it came down to there, tested it, and it came down to here, and it broke out of it. I don't like this at all. It's breaking out of the bottom of a downtrend, okay? We want it to pop back in here. So here is all your resistances. Let me go over here and pull this down. Or I want to click on this and drag it over here so you can see all of the resistance once we start going up. There's your resistances. Here's all your supports in the black. So we broke below this support. Let me find my mouse right here. Come on, mouse, work with me right there. And that is at 265. Man, that was a bummer. We went below that, and then we went to the bottom of this channel. My mouse is acting really weird. Oh, here we go. We went to the bottom of this channel, and we broke below that. So where would next support be? I'd have to look back here and find my next support. And the support back here is going to be related to when it was resistance, because look, we had resistance up here. That became support. We had resistance right here. This resistance right here, that's the one we're breaking right now. So the next one down, I would say would be like right around here where this double top is. Let me draw a little line there. Let me go up to the trends. And I'll click on this trend line right here. And we're gonna draw a horizontal line. Come back down to this price action where I see this double top right here. That was resistance at one time. I'll draw that, bam, and you can see we broke below that. What's that price at? 257. So let's go down lower. Let's see what the next support is. So I'm looking at that. The next one would probably be right here at this double top. Let me go up here to the trend line. And I'll hit trend line. Oh, I'll hit a horizontal line right here. And I'm going to go to this double top. This is where we're probably going to go down to and break and bounce off of. Oh, look at that right there. That's at 245. Me personally, so I'm not sweating this downtrend. All this is related to Trump and these tariffs. All markets look, all the charts look just like that. There's nothing wrong with XRP. I actually bought some today. I didn't tell my wife yet.
You did?
But I bought some, look, at $3, and it's at 257, and I don't care. You know what I mean? We just bought a little bit. But look, we're in a downtrend, and we're going to be in a downtrend until we're not in that downtrend. Let me go and show you a couple more supports. Then I'm going to show you what we need to do to break out of the downtrend. Let's go back to those supports. I'll give you one at 257 right here. And that was that double top right there. And if you look back, look, it's a double top right there. So that kind of confirms that that was a resistance at one time, which is now support. And then we went down to this next one right here, which is a double top. That one's at 245. Let's just go down one more so we can get, maybe I would say, look in here. I see a little double top right here. Let me go up here to trends. And trend lines, I'm sorry, and draw a horizontal line, not a ray. Well, you can do a ray. Let's see what happens when we do a ray. right? Let me zoom in. You can pull a ray. When you put a ray, it doesn't do it exactly across the line for you. You have to pull it across. So that's the difference between a ray and a line. Let's go over now. That one's in blue. So that $2.42. We don't want to break below that, man. That's going to be pretty much our last one, because if we do break below that, we're back in the price action of this channel again, which is a channel below this channel. That's really bearish. But this right here, I don't like that we're breaking out. We're breaking off the support at 245. We don't want to go down to 242. If we go down to 242, we need to bounce off of it. If not, we're back into this price action here. So watch this. This is a downtrend. We're in this downtrend. We're going to stay in this downtrend until we're not in that downtrend. Let me change the time frame. I'm going to go up here to where it says D for daily. I'm going to scroll down and make each one of those candles represent an hour now. Watch, it's going to change. Give it a second. All right, now this looks weird. I can't work with this. What I'm going to do is I click on the screen and move it around like that. I can go over here to the price action and scroll up. I'm going to scroll up. That's going to open it up. I'll click on it and bring it down. I like parallel channels. Look, when I click my wheel and scroll down, it looks like that. When I scroll up, it looks like that. So we can see we're in a big downtrend right here. Let's draw a channel on this guy. I'm going to go over here to trends, or the trend line. I'm going to go down to parallel channel. And I kind of see this really extreme down channel right here. Bam. We are in this downtrend until we break out of this downtrend. What we need to do is we need to bounce out of here. We need to bounce out of here, come back, retest this line, and keep going. So let's look right here. What I like is we got a little touch right there at the 245. We got a higher low. That's cool. You can also see we have a line right here. Let's do another little thing. I'm just getting in microscopically right now. Let me just get a trend line and see what's going on inside this channel. I see the trend's even sharper right here. Man, so we really need to break above this line. Right now, we are bouncing off that 257. The price is what, 256. So here's the 257 we see. And it's like bouncing off of this right here. And we have this trend line. We need to break out right here. Right here is where everybody's looking to watch. If it breaks below that 257, we're going down to 245 and then to 242. If we can break above this line that I just drew here, that's going to be a good sign. And then if we can break above this parallel channel resistance, then this trend will be over. Like I said, we have to get out of this line first. We need to get back up and around 259. We're at 257 right now. And then we need to break above this right here. That's around 266. I like to see us get back into like the 270 area right here and come back, bounce off this resistance and keep on going. And then we're going to have resistance at 279 and 290. We need to get back into the 270 range. So that is just the price action with support and resistance and trends with the parallel channel. We wanted to break out above it. But what I'm going to show you now is the technical indicators. My wife's all worried. She's making noise because she's feeding the dogs. It's okay, babe. And you can turn the generator off. Okay. We're off grid. We make noises around here, right, guys? Let's look at the technical indicators that pretty much still shows we're kind of bearish. We're back to the screen here. I'm going to change the time frame to daily. That was an hour. Let's scroll down. And we'll change it to daily. Gives us a second to populate. Each candle's going to be a day now. Let's see how it's all whacked up. So I'm going to go over here to the price thing and pull it down a little bit. And we kind of see what's going on a little better. I'll click on here and scroll my wheel up, kind of drag it out. And then I'll click and drag it over here. So that's the price action we're talking about. You know, we need to bounce all of this stuff, obviously, and get out of here. But to even get out of it, the bigger downtrend up here, where is that at? 311. We need to get out of here maybe around 311 where this resistance is. And then we can start the next leg up on the bull market. But right now, let's just get back up into here. Here's another thing too about this channel that I drew, the parallel channel. It has a dotted line right here. When you're below the dotted line, it is bearish. When you're above it, it is bullish. That dotted line, if I just imagine with my cursor, if it came from here and I just take the finger and come up to here, to the dotted line, that's around 280. We need to get around $2.80 to be bullish inside of this bearish parallel channel going down. But now let's look at the technical indicators. We're talking about like volume and MACD. I'm going to double click on the screen and my indicators are going to come up. Look, the volume, man, the price is going down. That's a lot of volume. That means a lot of people sold. That's strength right there, right? That people saw. But let's look at the next candles popping up. It's kind of small. You see that right there? That means maybe selling's over. We got to give that some time. But if that stays shorter than this one, that means the selling pressure is drying up. That's a good sign right there. We don't want another big red candle like this. That means more people are selling. Well, ideally, I would like to see this to be a short little red one or a short little green one. But then when you go down to the MACD, here's another thing you guys don't know about MACD. Let me click on it here. You double click it, you can see the histogram and the MACD all by itself. Look, I'll double click on this again. I get all my indicators. Look, I can double click in the area for the volume. I can just look at volume. I can go like this. I can just do the price action here right in the middle. Because you can see there's basically, I have 3 windows open. Volume, price action, MACD. We'll go back to the MACD, and this is how you read MACD. The histogram, it's green right here and light green. When it's green, that's when you buy. And then you can see the histogram gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then it starts cooling off by turning light green. That means this uptrend is slowing down, and then it turns light green and they're getting smaller. And when it turns to red, that's when you sell. How does that correlate to these lines up here? Look at this. When it turns green, you buy. And you compare that to the lines. When the blue line goes above the orange right here, that's when you buy. You buy when the histogram turns green. You buy when the blue line goes above the orange. And then you sell when the histogram turns red. And if you look at that, how does that correlate to the lines? When the blue line goes below the orange. Look, if you put your cursor right here and you go straight down, it turns from green to red. So you can see you line these things up. So right now, these histograms are getting bigger and bigger. That means that's a strong downtrend. We want these histograms to start getting smaller and turning light pink. We want it to start cooling off. Just like when it's in green and it's getting bigger and bigger, the uptrend's going really strong, and then it gets a shorter one and it gets light green. Light green, that means that it's cooling off. When it turns light, it's cooling off. So we need this histogram on the next one tomorrow to be shorter than this. We don't want it longer because that means that downtrend is still strong. We want it to be shorter and light pink. We want this orange line to come all the way down here, right? And then go below the blue line, just like it is over here. And then the blue line come up. We need that blue line to come down and go up above the orange. We need this orange line to go down and go below the blue. Ooh, what happened to my screen? Right there you go. Oh, she cut off the generator. Sometimes that glitches things. Before I sign off here, let me just double click on here and let's go look at the, come on. Oh, now the doggies are going crazy. I'm gonna do the volume, double click it, just let's look at that volume again and see how we got a nice little small one. Let's change the time frame to hourly and just see what the volume is looking like on the hour. All right, and I want to see how big these candles are. Oh, so the volume's getting shorter. I like that. You know, this is where big sell-off right there, you know, and then it's getting weaker. The sell-off's getting weaker, it's getting weaker, and it's getting even weaker now. So that downtrend could be over. Ooh, it's pizza time, huh? Mm-hmm. All right. So I just showed you kind of like technical analysis. Look, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence. I'm not telling you what to do. You just take this information, do with it what you will. Oh, thank you, baby. But I kind of showed you what's going on. And like technical analysis doesn't predict anything. I'm just showing you where the price action is and where it can possibly go. Look, guys, we appreciate you watching this channel, right? Mm-hmm. It'd be nice if you like subscribe, give us a thumbs up, because we're trying to monetize this channel because we're completely off grid, 2 hours away from everything. I don't have a job, right? I'm a registered nurse. Yeah. There ain't no work out here, so we need to make some money off of YouTube. Mm-hmm. You can just leave a little thumbs up. This is what you do. You go ding, right? And then you go ding. Okay? All right, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. But I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming. Homestead Overland, Virginia.